In the creative curriculum, studies are in-depth investigations of topics that engage children in meaningful learning. As children conduct research to find answers to interesting questions, they experience a sense of accomplishment.
There they are.
You found it?
Studies focus on science and social studies topics.
What's our study right now? What are clothes? We are studying clothes.
As children investigate topics, they observe and explore, make connections,
Anthony, what happened?
solve problems, organize, communicate,
Look at Mario.
and represent information.
Since you're cooking so much food, you need the chef's hat.
The creative curriculum organizes studies into 3 phases. First, begin the study. Second, investigate the topic with children. Finally, conclude the study to celebrate learning.
Are you ready? Do you want to let the worms go?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I do it? The birds?
Studies begin with a topic that is relevant to children, so they can do first-hand research.
We started a bird study because we had birds in our classroom. We put a bird feeder outside the classroom. They became fascinated with the story that had a bird pulling on a worm. And we started to think about the worm, which led us to a worm study.
The best topics for studies are familiar things that build on children's everyday experience and help them make connections across all content areas. By selecting topics related to the local environment, teachers and children can easily find materials and resources.
We went for a walk to the local park, and I gave each of the children a bag, and I just let them collect all the acorns, twigs, and sticks they wanted.
Are there places that we could walk to where we could do some field experience, experts who could come and talk to us, maybe a parent or another teacher even, so that children could really do an in-depth investigation?
Teachers use the Creative Curriculum Study Starters as a resource.
The study starter starts the ball rolling, thoughts and ideas of what you can bring into the classroom and what you can do, how you can reach out to the parents.
Teachers identify ways children can explore components of science and social studies.
You have to give us money.
$60? Okay, doctor. Thank you. I see you soon. Thank you for all your help. Bye, Dr. Mike. Bye, Dr. Boris.
Bye.
Use skills of literacy and math.
What is this?
Apple. Square. Is that a triangle?
I think it's a house.
Oh, it's a house.
And incorporate the arts and technology in meaningful ways. To begin a study about the human body, Lewis's class does an exploratory investigation of their feet.
Everyone, look at your feet. How many toes do you see?
Discussions focus on what children know.
What's this outside called?
I'll be a truck.
The bark, right. I want you to feel it, look at it, you can smell it.
And want to find out. Some teachers make a web with children, and it grows over time. Early on, teachers communicate with families about the study to keep them posted about their child's learning and to invite their participation.
Some balls do not bounce. No bouncing. Let me try this one. No bouncing.
The heart of a study is investigation. Teachers observe children's interests and design investigations to help them answer their questions.
It is a ball inside of a ball.
Investigations allow children to observe and describe objects and events,
My ball is solid too.
explore materials, conduct experiments, use tools, take trips,
What about this part? Is that the same? No?
Read books,
And then he didn't know what to do when he got it out. Another teeth came out.
and study photographs.
Where's the roof?
The roof is right here.
Oh, that's the roof?
They sort,
I got a thank you.
compare, count, measure,
It bounced higher.
and make graphs.
There you go. Now that is how long it bounced, how high it bounced on this floor.
That
Can you cut?
bounced higher.
Children's understanding deepens when they have opportunities to repeat and vary investigations. Documentation, representing and communicating new learning, enables children to clarify understandings and form new questions. Children paint, draw and write, create constructions, make graphs, diagrams, or maps. Adam's class made a picture book of wheel investigations. Kiana and Ms. Nieves begin to add text to the pictures.
The wheels are going that wheel and that wheel, but they're gonna go fast.
Carol's class put together a slideshow that children could view in the computer area.
That was an earth ball. And a baby ball.
There's Grace's ball.
There, let me.
Documenting investigations validates children's growing expertise and informs families and others of what children are learning. The Creative Curriculum weekly planning form helps teachers to think about a range of experiences and consider important learning goals. During a study of wheels, Adam noted that he would add paint rollers to the art area so children could investigate another kind of wheel.
Look, it's rolling.
You want me to put more paint here?
Well, I'm looking with my eyes.
Lewis recorded plans to enhance the doctor's office set up by the children in dramatic play with an eye chart, a scale, and a real stethoscope. They record ideas for large and small group times, books and poems to read,
Where does he carry his caps? On his head.
and special activities. The end of a study is a celebration of learning. After sharing their investigations and documentation about the worm study with families, Lynn's 3-year-olds wanted to put the worms back in the garden.
We really helped those worms to go back to their home.
And I see some eating dirt.
Having seen how studies are organized, watch highlights from Carol's ball study.
Vicki, do you remember her name?
Miss Shelley.
Miss Shelley. And do you remember what Miss Shelley was doing right here? What is she teaching us?
After recalling their field experience to the training room,
Teu, would you point to the one that you want? Okay.
children use balls for balancing, rolling, and exercise.
Too heavy, I got muscle.
Another day, children hypothesize about what they could use to make balls.
Jenna said we can make balls from grass. Can we do that?
No.
I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
They investigate to test their predictions.
Okay, Jenna, now what?
Now you take it off.
Okay, let's take it off. And then what?
And then you put it on some grass.
Okay, Teu's got it started here.
And then you put a little more.
A little more, okay.
Then, they document their findings.
Were we able to make a ball with this tree? Okay, can you put that right where it belongs? We're going to sort these.
Children experiment to see if the balls roll and how fast.
The children were talking about that some balls roll and some balls did not roll. So I knew I was going to need to build on that. Would you please test this ball for us today? I knew I was going to involve this ramp, this thing that I had found at the hardware store that I don't even know what the name of it is.
1, 2, 3, roll.
It allowed children to move around and really physically experience this whole rolling phenomena.
I'll try this one.
All right, here we go.
Elliot, Henry wanted to know, how can balls roll?
Henry's question about how balls roll sparks a lively discussion among the 4-year-olds.
You put your hands on it and you can roll it. If you leave it out in the driveway, the wind would blow it and it would roll.
Oh my gosh, the wind can blow a ball, Aaron says, and make it roll.
Afterwards, they go outdoors to investigate.
So what made your ball roll?
I pushed it. It does roll.
Documentation in the form of charts, drawing and writing, graphs and photographs helps children keep track of new learning. An ongoing collection of balls, sorted by the children, provides additional documentation for many of their findings.
Feel them.
It's squishy.
I know. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can pump this thing up.
Several children came in and saw the balls had deflated and wanted to try to reinflate them. Push, Rafe, push. Okay, Rafe, go. I was trying to get them to see and hear that as they were using the pump on this side, the air was still coming out on the other side. Can you feel that? Can you hear anything or can you feel anything?
I hear it.
What is it that you're hearing?
It's cracking the ball.
One of the children ran and got the tape so that they could attempt to correct the problem. They took tape and they patched it over the crack. In order to try to find out where the crack was, they got the magnifying glasses and they looked really closely at the balls, realized there were actually cracks that had to be repaired.
It's tiny.
The investigation of inflating balls continues outdoors.
We come on together. Yeah. If we work together, we'll get the job done. Yeah.
To conclude the ball study and celebrate learning, family members came for lunch and went to the park to play ball.
It's important for children to do in-depth investigations. It's only when you stay on a topic over time that children really develop investigative skills, the predicting, the really close observing, trying to find out what to do when they have a problem and coming back and investigating it and then going back to solve the problem another way. It's been amazing the kinds of skills that have evolved.